In blue. Meghan shows off her burgeoning baby bump as she dazzles in diamonds at glitzy black tie bash in Fiji with Prince Harry. The Duchess of Sussex showed off her growing baby bump as she attended a lavish black tie reception with Prince Harry on the first day of their royal visit to Fiji. Meghan Markle cradled her stomach in the stunning Fijian blue gown at the glitzy event before they attended a state dinner hosted by the President of the South Pacific nation Gioji Conrad at the Grand Pacific Hotel. The Duchess wore her dark hair long and loose and accessorized the dress by designer Safia with diamond drop earrings, giving the clearest glimpse yet of her bump. Fiji is the latest stop on Harry and Meghan's 16-day tour, which will see them also travel to New Zealand, Tonga and then back to Australia. Guests, diplomats, local business leaders and the cream of Fijian society gathered for the champagne reception ahead of the state dinner at the hotel where the royal couple are staying during the visit. One guest said the light blue dress was clearly Fijian blue in a nod to her hosts. The Duchess also wore drop diamond earrings, but Kensington Palace did not say where they were from. As the couple entered the reception room there was a drum roll before they were announced. They then circulated the reception, meeting local dignitaries. Royal fans also praised the prince for being a supportive husband who was spotted joining his pregnant wife in toasting with water instead of alcohol. One wrote on Twitter, "Also sweet of Prince Harry to join her in her water toast." Another said, "Nice, good job Harry supporting Meg during her pregnancy." The Grand Pacific Hotel is a favorite among royals, with the Queen staying there 5 times. In 1963, 1970, 1973, 1977 and 1982. Prince Charles has checked in 3 times, in 1970, 1985 and 2005, and Prince Andrew stayed in 1998. Princess Anne was a guest in 2006. During his speech at the event, the president of Fiji Gioji Conrad paid tribute to Harry's late mother Diana. He said he was sure she would be proud of the man Harry had become and that he had found happiness and love with Meghan. Speaking at the dinner, Harry said he and his wife were overwhelmed by the welcome they received and said, "It really is a privilege to be here. We share Commonwealth values and common goals, a love of rugby and a sense of humor. Our ties run deep. Your soldiers fought with the British Armed Forces during the First and Second World Wars, and continue to serve alongside our soldiers to this day, with more than 1,250 Fijians currently serving. I must emphasize my respect, admiration and camaraderie with the Fijian soldiers that I served with in Afghanistan. We trained together, we fought together and, most importantly, we laughed together." Harry also referenced the visit his grandmother, the Queen, made to the islands in 1953. He said, "This visit is particularly nostalgic for us as a young married couple. My grandparents stayed in this very hotel, the Grand Pacific, a number of times over the years. But this visit is also an opportunity to learn more about the future of Fiji, your economic growth, sustainable tourism development and social enterprises. We are really looking forward to meeting the students at the University of the South Pacific and the young leaders from all walks of life. The health and sustainability of this planet depends on the younger generation and they are full of optimism, so let's listen to them." The pregnant Duchess had opted to rest instead of attending a couple of engagements in Australia, including traveling around the uneven terrain of Fraser Island in Queensland. But she did join her husband for a public walkabout on Kingfisher Bay jetty and was seen holding her stomach as she made her way along the pier. The couple have been given a number of toys for the baby during their engagements so far, including an animal-themed changing mat on Fraser Island and a mini lifeguard uniform from the stars of TV's Bondi Rescue. Harry suggested that he hoped they are expecting a girl as he attended a cycling event at the Invictus Games on Sunday. A video posted online showed a well-wisher calling out, "Congratulations, I hope it's a girl," to which he replied, "So do I." Earlier today Prince Harry took a sip of traditional drink kava and was offered a roast pig and a whale's tooth as he was officially welcomed to Fiji with his wife. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were presented with the gifts as they watched a ceremony in Albert Park in capital Suva as their marathon Commonwealth tour continued. The couple waved to the crowd as they arrived in their motorcade to the Virkur Carvi Vacavigno, which mirrors the one attended by the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh in 1953. Harry and Meghan sat on a stage as he was given the whale's tooth, a sign of wealth, in the Vakasabu, Before he were given kava, a drink made from a mashed plant root in the Icona vacaturiga. Harry, his 3 medals catching the floodlights, looked on as the kava was made with the root wrung out and a bowl passed to the Duke on the stage. He accepted the bowl and held it to his lips as the crowd cheered. Rain began to fall again as the lavo, a presentation of food of a roast pig and a basket of dalo, a root vegetable like a potato, was offered to the Duke. He told the crowd, again to huge cheers of delight, "Bula Venica." The Duchess and I look forward to meeting as many of you as possible during the next 2 days and celebrating the links and close friendship between Fiji and the United Kingdom. He signed off Venica, or thank you, to laughter. To close the ceremony, the couple watched a meek, a traditional dance with Harry leaning forward in his seat. Dozens of people from the village of Naklo took to the Albert Park turf to perform for the Duke and Duchess. The area is known for its strong links to the armed forces. The couple sat on a raised dais with everyone seated below them as a mark of respect. No one is allowed to wear anything on their heads or have anything above their head like an umbrella, as per traditional protocol. As the couple arrived in Fiji today, Meghan was forced to hold on to her hat as she touched down in a windy Fiji with Prince Harry. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were given the guard of honor as they disembarked the royal jet, but the blustery conditions saw the red carpet blown around as officials struggled to keep hold of it. The royal couple traveled by charter flight from Australia to the capital Suva, embarking in casual shirts and jeans and stepping off the Qantas plane in more formal attire. Meghan wore a dress by Australian label Zimmermann, a Stephen Jones hat, earrings which were a gift from the Queen, worn in Chester at their recent joint engagement there, and a bracelet which was a gift from the Prince of Wales. Leaving the Qantas charter flight in light rain and strong winds, the couple were introduced to the Han Frank Bainimarama, Fiji's Prime Minister, and his wife, Maria Rotimu Mukapa, leader of the opposition, Alessandro Truppia, the High Commissioner's wife, and Rear Admiral William Napoto, commander of the RFMF. The Duchess was presented with a bouquet of flowers by a flower girl from the chiefly island of Ba, the island home of Ratu Apensiakaka Ba, who ceded Fiji to Britain in 1874. Queen previously visited Ba in 1982, before Prince Harry made his way to a dais on the runway. Prince Harry and Meghan observed a royal salute. Meghan positioned a few meters behind him with the welcome party, as the national anthem was played and the red carpets on the tarmac blew off in the wind. The Duke was then invited to inspect the guard of honor before Harry and Meghan left for their next engagement, a meeting with Fiji's president, Gyoji Conrad at Boron House. As the couple's convoy left the airport, hundreds of well-wishers had lined the road out of the airport, waving flags and cheering. From Boron House, the Duke and Duchess attended the official welcome ceremony in the city center's Albert Park. The ceremony, known as the Virkra Kravi Vakavinyo, embodies Fijian cultural identity and heritage. The couple are spending 4 days in the South Pacific on behalf of the Queen, traveling on to Tonga later in the week. But there are questions over the palace's wisdom of allowing the pregnant Duchess to continue with the trip, as there is a moderate Zika risk in the region. The mosquito-borne disease can cause serious defects in unborn fetuses, and the Foreign and Commonwealth Office advise expectant mothers not to travel there. But Kensington Place insists the couple have taken medical advice and are happy for Meghan, who is around 12 to 14 weeks pregnant, to continue with her trip. Harry and Meghan will be staying at the Grand Pacific Hotel, where the Queen also stayed in 1953. Since then, Fiji has hosted a number of royal visits, including 5 from the Queen and 3 from Prince Charles. On Wednesday, His Royal Highness will lay a wreath at the Fiji War Memorial and meet a number of Fijian war veterans, some of whom served with the British Armed Forces. The royal couple will then visit the University of the South Pacific campus in Suva. From here, their program will split. The Duke will travel to Koloi Suva Forest Park and the Duchess to the British High Commissioner's residence, before she heads to Suva Market. On Thursday, the royal couple will travel to the city of Nadi in western Fiji, where they will attend a special event at Nadi Airport. After an official welcome ceremony, the Duke and Duchess will unveil a new statue commemorating Sergeant Talaiasi Labalab. From Nadi Airport, their Royal Highnesses will take a chartered flight to Tonga. In Tonga's Nuku'alofa, The pair will visit the St. George Building for a call on the Prime Minister Achilles Pohaiva and members of the cabinet. From there, they will attend an exhibition with the Princess Angelica at the Fonelua Center and then travel to Tupu College. The Duke and Duchess later travel to the Royal Palace for an official farewell with the King before heading back to Sydney for the closing ceremony of the Invictus Games. The couple are expected to attract huge crowds during their time in Fiji and Tonga, but some are criticizing the timing of the visit to Fiji, which comes less than 3 weeks before the country's elections. Robin Nair, who was Fiji's Foreign Affairs Permanent Secretary until he resigned last year, says he is concerned Fijian Prime Minister Frank Bainimarama will take full advantage of the royal couple's widespread publicity. Fijians love the royals, and the government knows that there will be great euphoria and joy created by the visit, Mr. Nair said in a statement provided to the ABC. He said he is concerned the incumbent Prime Minister will use photo opportunities with Harry and Meghan to paint himself in a positive light. Another outspoken former government official, Shailendra G. Raju, condemned the visit in a Facebook post. In a letter addressed to the UK High Commissioner to Fiji, Mr. Raju called for the visit to be postponed to a mutually convenient and more appropriate time.